These healthy foods could be quietly destroying your kidneys. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Michael Anderson. Did you know that some of the foods you believe to be superfoods for your health might actually be silently damaging your kidneys right now, especially if you are over the age of 60? Over more than 20 years as a kidney specialist, I have witnessed a heartbreaking paradox. Many of my patients, despite eating very healthy diets, exercising regularly, and never smoking, still face the risk of dialysis. The reason is not a lack of self-care, but because no one ever told them that the rules of nutrition completely change after the age of 60. The truth is, after the age of 40, our kidney function naturally declines by about 1% each year. According to data from the National Kidney Foundation, by the time you reach 70, you may have lost nearly 30% of your ability to filter toxins without any warning signs. No pain, no swelling, just a silent number declining on your lab results. At this stage, foods that once protected your heart when you were younger can become a heavy burden on aging kidneys. In the next few minutes, I will reveal 4 golden foods that older adults often overconsume, accelerating kidney damage without realizing it. Before we begin, leave a comment with your age and tell me, have you ever been asked by a doctor to check your eGFR, your kidney filtration rate? Just comment your age along with yes or no. Your presence here today could be the turning point that helps you protect your independence and health in the years ahead. Let's get started. 4 types of foods to limit after age 60. 1. Processed meats and cold cuts, bacon, sausages, ham, etc. In the journey of maintaining health after the age of 60, nutrition plays a decisive role in quality of life and longevity. One of the silent killers for this age group is processed meats and cold cuts, such as bacon, sausages, ham, and canned meats. While they are convenient and tasty, they carry serious health risks that older adults need to be especially cautious about. The first and most important reason these foods are dangerous is their extremely high sodium, salt content. To preserve food and enhance flavor, manufacturers often add large amounts of salt. After the age of 60, both the cardiovascular system and kidneys begin to decline in function. Excess sodium intake leads to water retention, increases pressure on blood vessel walls, and contributes to high blood pressure, the leading cause of stroke and heart failure in older adults. Additionally, when the kidneys are forced to work harder to eliminate excess salt, the decline in kidney function accelerates significantly. The second risk, often overlooked but highly harmful, is inorganic phosphorus additives. Unlike natural phosphorus found in nuts or whole grains, which is only absorbed at about 40 to 60%, inorganic phosphorus from food additives is almost 100% absorbed by the body. In individuals over 60, when kidney filtration is already weakened, this excess phosphorus accumulates in the bloodstream and steals calcium from the bones to maintain balance. The result is brittle bones and a higher risk of fractures, osteoporosis, along with calcification and hardening of blood vessels, significantly increasing the risk of a heart attack. An important tip to protect yourself when shopping is to make it a habit to read ingredient labels carefully. Be especially cautious of ingredients containing the root PHOS, such as sodium triphosphate, potassium phosphate, or phosphoric acid. These are chemical additives used to improve texture, retain moisture, and extend shelf life in processed meats. Their presence is a clear red flag that the product may not be kidney or bone friendly. Instead of choosing heavily processed packaged foods, people over 60 should prioritize fresh meats prepared at home. Controlling seasoning and selecting clean ingredients not only helps protect kidney function and stabilize blood pressure, but also ensures the body receives high-quality protein. Remember, after the age of 60, eating is not just about fullness. It is about protecting the vital organs that are gradually aging. 2. Potassium-rich fruits. Bananas, oranges, kawa, avocados. Fruits are widely considered an excellent source of vitamins and fiber for overall health. However, for individuals over the age of 60 when kidney function naturally begins to decline, not all fruits can be considered superfoods. One of the most important factors that must be carefully managed at this stage is potassium intake. Potassium is an essential mineral that helps maintain a stable heart rhythm and supports muscle function. However, for people with weakened kidney function, eliminating excess potassium becomes extremely difficult. When potassium builds up in the bloodstream, a condition known as hyperkalemia, it no longer protects the heart. Instead, it becomes a direct threat, potentially causing dangerous heart rhythm disturbances, muscle weakness, and even sudden cardiac arrest without clear warning signs. Common fruits such as bananas, oranges, kiwi, and avocados are well known as potassium-rich powerhouses. For younger individuals, they help lower blood pressure and reduce stroke risk. But for people over 60, consuming them too frequently can unintentionally place a heavy burden on the kidneys. For example, a single avocado or a large banana may contain several times the amount of potassium that a weakened kidney can safely process in one meal. Instead of taking that risk, older adults can make smarter choices by selecting safer alternatives that are still delicious and nutritious, such as apples, blueberries, grapes, and strawberries. Apples are often considered a kidney-friendly fruit due to their very low potassium content, while being rich in pectin, a soluble fiber that helps lower cholesterol and regulate blood sugar. Blueberries and strawberries are not only safe in terms of electrolyte balance, but are also rich in antioxidants, anthocyanins, which help protect the small blood vessels in the kidneys from inflammation and aging. Grapes are another excellent option, providing hydration and energy without disrupting potassium levels. In addition to choosing the right fruits, how you consume them also matters. Instead of drinking fruit juices, which can rapidly increase potassium and sugar levels, people over 60 should eat whole fruits to benefit from fiber, slow absorption, and support better digestion. Understanding and adjusting your daily fruit choices is one of the simplest yet most effective ways to protect your body's filtration system, helping you enjoy a healthier and more secure aging process. 3. Whole wheat and whole grains. Whole wheat/bran. In modern nutrition, whole grains such as whole wheat bread, brown rice, and oats are often praised as gold standard foods due to their high fiber content and low glycemic index. However, for individuals over the age of 60, especially those with declining kidney function, this belief needs to be reconsidered carefully. This is one of the biggest nutritional paradoxes in senior healthcare. The reason lies in two key minerals, phosphorus and potassium. In whole grains, the bran and germ layers are where most nutrients are concentrated, but they are also where phosphorus and potassium levels are significantly higher compared to refined grains. For younger individuals with healthy kidneys, these minerals provide important benefits. But after the age of 60, kidney filtration, measured by eGFR, naturally declines. When eGFR drops below 60, a sign of stage 3 chronic kidney disease, the kidney's ability to eliminate excess phosphorus becomes significantly impaired. Why is phosphorus in whole grains a concern? Although plant-based phosphorus is less absorbable than inorganic phosphorus found in processed foods, the total phosphorus content in whole grains is still quite high. When the kidneys cannot effectively filter it out, phosphorus levels in the blood rise, triggering the body to pull calcium from the bones to maintain balance. This leads to bone loss, increased fracture risk, osteoporosis, and vascular calcification, a major risk factor for stroke in older adults. In this context, a recommendation that may seem counterintuitive but is scientifically grounded is to switch from whole grains to refined grains. White bread, white rice, or noodles can become safer options. The refining process removes the outer bran layer, which also removes a large portion of phosphorus and potassium. As a result, the kidneys face less strain and do not have to work as hard to process excess minerals after each meal. However, this does not mean that older adults should eat without control. For those who have both kidney disease and diabetes, switching to refined carbohydrates must be carefully managed to avoid blood sugar spikes. In summary, the advice to eat whole grains for better health is not a one-size-fits-all rule. After the age of 60, especially when kidney function declines, choosing foods that are safer for the kidneys, such as white rice or white bread, can be a smarter long-term strategy. Remember, the best food is not the most nutritious, it is the one most suitable for your current health condition. 4. Canned soups and instant foods. Canned soups and instant foods, such as instant noodles, packaged porridge, and ready-to-eat meals, rank among the most harmful foods for both the urinary system and cardiovascular health. Their convenience often comes with a very high price. Hidden behind their rich and appealing flavors is an enormous amount of sodium, salt. According to nutrition experts, a typical can of soup or a pack of instant noodles can contain 800 to 1,000 milligrams of sodium, sometimes even more. For a healthy adult, this already accounts for nearly half of the recommended daily sodium intake. However, for people over 60 or those with declining kidney function, total daily sodium intake is often recommended to stay below 1,500 to 2,000 milligrams. This means that consuming just one serving can already use up most or even all of your daily sodium quota, placing your body under significant stress. Why is sodium in processed foods so dangerous? When sodium levels in the blood rise, the body retains water to dilute it. This increases blood volume, placing extra pressure on blood vessels and forcing the heart to work harder to pump blood. For aging kidneys, filtering out excess sodium becomes an exhausting task. Fluid retention can lead to swelling in the hands and feet, as well as chronic high blood pressure, a silent killer that directly damages kidney filtration units and increases the risk of stroke. The danger doesn't stop there. Canned and instant foods often contain a variety of preservatives and additives to extend shelf life. Among them are inorganic phosphorus compounds, which are particularly difficult for weakened kidneys to eliminate. The combination of high sodium and chemical additives makes these foods a silent but aggressive threat to kidney function. To protect your health after 60, the best approach is to prioritize fresh, home-cooked meals. Instead of canned soup, you can prepare your own using fresh vegetables and lean meat, enhancing flavor with herbs like garlic, ginger, onion, or lemon instead of excessive salt or seasoning powders. If you must use packaged foods, make it a habit to read nutrition labels carefully and choose products labeled low sodium or no salt added. Remember, the convenience of a few minutes is never worth the long-term risks to your health. Learning to limit processed foods is one of the simplest and most effective ways to give your kidneys the rest they need and help them function more sustainably. The real-life stories below are the clearest evidence that a diet considered healthy for the general population can sometimes become toxic for people over 60 with declining kidney function. First is the case of Ruth, 71 years old. Being very health conscious when she saw her estimated glomerular filtration rate, eGFR, at 52, she decided to switch to a completely clean eating diet. She replaced white rice with whole grains, ate a lot of bananas and avocados, and frequently consumed canned tomato soup because she believed they were good for her heart. However, after just 6 months, her eGFR dropped sharply to 38. Ruth did not realize that the high phosphorus content in whole grains, the concentrated potassium in fruits, and the hidden sodium in canned soup combined into a perfect storm that rapidly accelerated her kidney decline. Next is Frank, 68, a man highly focused on maintaining muscle mass and strength in old age. Concerned about age-related muscle loss, he followed an extremely high-protein diet with frequent servings of chicken breast and additional protein supplements. The result was a rapid deterioration in his kidney function. His doctor explained that excessive protein intake forced his kidneys into a state of hyperfiltration, like a machine running at full capacity, without rest, eventually leading to scarring and permanent damage to the kidney's filtering units. Helen, 74, offers a warning about potassium. After hearing that avocados are a superfood, she ate them daily and also took vitamin supplements. One night, she was rushed to the emergency room with severe heart rhythm disturbances and shortness of breath. Tests revealed dangerously high potassium levels in her blood. For Helen's already weakened kidneys, the combined potassium from avocados and supplements was overwhelming, nearly triggering sudden cardiac arrest. Finally, there is Linda, 65, who is dealing with both diabetes and kidney impairment. To control her blood sugar, she strictly followed a diet rich in lentils and whole legumes. However, this diet severely conflicted with her kidney condition. The high levels of phosphorus and potassium in legumes caused persistent itching and bone pain due to mineral imbalances. The stories of Ruth, Frank, Helen, and Linda remind us of one critical truth. After the age of 60, nutrition cannot follow a one-size-fits-all approach. Personalizing your diet based on blood test results is the essential key to protecting kidney function and extending longevity. After the age of 60, protecting your kidneys is no longer optional. It becomes essential for maintaining life itself. To slow down kidney decline and avoid the need for dialysis, you should take the following 7 practical steps immediately. The first and most important step is to understand your numbers. Do not rely solely on a standard creatinine test, as it may not fully reflect your actual condition. Ask your doctor for your eGFR, estimated glomerular filtration rate. This is the standard measurement used to determine the stage of kidney disease. If your eGFR is below 60, your kidneys have already begun to decline and require a strict protection strategy. Second, once your eGFR falls below 60, you should stop blindly following generic healthy diets. Instead, consult a renal dietitian. Popular diets such as keto or general clean eating may contain excessive protein or potassium, which can harm your kidneys. A specialist can help design a personalized diet that provides proper nutrition while allowing your kidneys to rest. The third step is to develop the habit of reading food labels. Become a detective when shopping by identifying and avoiding ingredients containing PHOS, such as sodium phosphate or phosphoric acid. These inorganic phosphorus additives are almost completely absorbed by the body, placing a heavy burden on your kidneys. Fourth, make smarter fruit choices. Do not blindly consume bananas or oranges just because they are considered healthy. If your kidneys are weak, switch to lower potassium fruits such as apples, blueberries, grapes, or strawberries. This simple change can help you avoid dangerous heart rhythm disturbances caused by high potassium levels. Fifth, adjust your vegetable intake. Prioritize fresh or frozen vegetables. If you must use canned vegetables, drain the liquid, rinse them thoroughly under running water, and let them dry. And this simple step can remove up to 40% of excess sodium, a major contributor to high blood pressure and fluid retention. Sixth, be extremely cautious with supplements. Many multivitamins or herbal products contain hidden amounts of phosphorus and potassium that you may not be aware of. Always consult your doctor before taking any supplements. Finally, keep a food diary for at least 1 week. Recording everything you eat and drink will give your doctor or dietitian a clear and accurate picture of your habits. From there, they can make timely adjustments to help you better manage your condition. Following these 7 steps is the most effective way to take control of your health and extend the lifespan of your kidneys. Protecting your kidneys after 60 is not an impossible battle, but it requires the right knowledge and timely adjustments. Remember, the goal is not just to live longer, but to live independently, with quality, and without relying on dialysis machines. Even small changes like switching from oranges to apples or choosing fresh foods over processed ones can significantly reduce the burden on your kidneys and help them function more efficiently over time. If you found this information helpful, please subscribe and share this video with your loved ones, especially friends and family over 60. Your single share could be the lifeline that helps someone avoid serious complications. Don't forget to leave a comment about the health topics you'd like me to cover next. The information in this video is based on scientific research and my clinical experience, but it is intended for educational purposes only. I am a doctor, but I am not your personal physician. Each individual's condition, lab results, and medical history are different. Therefore, you should never change your treatment plan, stop medications, or follow strict diets based solely on what you hear without consulting your healthcare provider. Only your personal doctor, after reviewing your eGFR and clinical data, can provide the most accurate and safe medical advice for you. I am Dr. Michael Anderson. Take good care of your kidneys so you can enjoy life to the fullest. Goodbye, and see you in the next video.